My name is Dean Detective Murphy, private investigator. On October 20th, a woman came to me in my office, a Mrs. Domestica. She was a newly widowed woman who came to me in hopes that I would help her find out what happened to her beloved husband, Marcus Domestica. In hindsight, I probably should have paid more attention to the exact details she gave me, but I got the general idea regardless. Soon after, I began rounding up suspects in the neighborhood to begin the case that would be known as the murder on the fly.
The name was Martin. I didn't know Marcus very well. He came in a couple times to my store. He bought quite a few near-expired apples, some beef, and the most absurd amount of hand sanitizer I've ever seen. I had to restock in the next 30 minutes.
Anyone buying hand sanitizer is suspicious in my book, especially someone who does it so often and in such large quantities. I can already tell something is very wrong with Mr. Domestica. My running theory is he's utterly deranged.
Hello, Mr. Murphy, Officer Murphy. You wanted to talk about Mark? Yes, I knew Mark very much. He was like a brother to me. You know, we used to run the street. You know, they called me the raccoon because they called me the trash bandit. Literally, me and him, we used to be dumpster diving just to get our food. You know what I'm saying? So, me and Mark, yeah, I know Mark. And I understand how he was going rough. So when he ever gave me a stack of 20s just to get into the landfill, you know, I had to. You know, that's who Landon Fillion is. Landon Fillion never forgets who he was raised with.
What kind of innocent family man pays to get to a dump and do whatever with no questions asked? I'm beginning to wonder if Marcus was as clean as he let on. Something about taking a truck with a fridge into the dump so often just doesn't sit right with me.
The name's Mabias Tungsten. No, I knew Mark, but I don't know him too well. I mean, I don't know anything about. I've got no involvement with this whatsoever. You know, I know the guy, but not too well. And you know, I know my rights. I'm not driving here. I'm traveling, and I'm traveling the hell out of here.
This is quickly turning into one doozy of a case. I can't shake the feeling that this is all connected to some big conspiracy. But until I get anything concrete, I'm gonna report my findings to my boss. He's gonna want to hear this.
Dean, are you here to tell me that you found some breakthrough in the Marcus case? Do you really expect me to believe that?
Listen, man, you gotta give me a chance on this one, alright? I've talked to a couple people. I've talked to a dude named Wallace. I talked to a guy named Landon. They both knew the guy, alright? I know what he's done on his day-to-day life, sir. You just gotta give me a chance on this one, man. You just gotta give me a chance, man.
Dean, when I put you on this force, I thought so you could help people. You have done nothing but disappoint me time and time again. You have had 5 cases. 4 of those have ended up with you putting away innocent people. Being a detective, it's not a joke. It's not a game. You can't just play. Being a detective, it's not a game. But you think it is. You can just do whatever you want, interview whoever you want, and do it. You don't do your research. You don't do any sort of pre-planning. You just walk around, talk to whoever you want, even if they're not relevant. If you weren't my little brother, I'd have you locked up. You failed everything you ever tried to do. You're failing the department. You're failing Marcus. You're failing everybody. Who knows what's happening to him right now, and you're here interviewing the guy at the store instead of anybody who could maybe actually find him.
I couldn't shake the feeling that he was upset with me. Something tells me he didn't have a whole lot of faith in the case to begin with, and even less faith in me. Dean Detective Murphy is many things, but a quitter isn't one of them. I'm gonna find out what happened to Marcus and put whoever killed him away for a long time, even if I need to lie just a teensy-weensy bit to get it over with. What is Mobius doing here?
Hello, and welcome to our bi-weekly mob meeting where we discuss evil and villainy for our mob activities because we, of course, are in the mob. I hope you've enjoyed the redesign of our new evil hideout, which is directly above the private investigator firm and conveniently across the street from the police precinct. Boo! Fear not, my child, because the police will never find our evil hideout, and that no police will ever gain access to our hideout.
What about Dean right there?
The jig is up, Don Other!
Marcus, he was a part of the mob. You know, we picked him up a while back, and he joined for money for his family. So we put him in some money laundering business, and he was just everywhere. He was a fly on a wall, and you know he knew way too much than he needed to.
This is getting real bad. I need to find a way out of this.
Can't back out now. You wanna know where Marcus is? We'll show you.
Seriously? That's it? That's a flippin' housefly! You're telling me I did all this over a housefly? What? Why are you guys so freaking